Hello everyone, welcome to Pair of Geeks Channel 2 live plays, and if you're watching this live, what the hell are you doing? We put a new video up on Pog 1 tonight and you should be watching that. And if you're watching this at a later date, it happens to be November the 3rd, what the hell are you doing? You should be watching Pog 1 because there's an RPG convention going on right now. We're giving away loads of stuff. And look, we've even got fancy animated graphics. Which I accidentally cancelled slightly too soon, so you missed the web link there. Whoops. Bugger. That's what happens when you go live. Shit goes wrong. It's conplus.light. I'll play it again, but I'll talk over it and stuff. So, this is an RPG convention raising money for charity, for Charles Play Charity, and you'll also be there and helping raise money and get loads of freebies, because there's over 30 RPG companies giving away shit for you to own. And some of it's stuff you won't get anywhere else. Oops. Oh, sorry, I accidentally made another graphic because we're on Pair of Geeks right now. So, hello, Pair of Geeks, a channel dedicated to improving your game. But you're on the wrong one. This is the channel for live plays. Go to Pog 1, we put a new video up tonight. So I expect... Oh, hang on, let me pull the thingy up. Here we go. Right, this live chat over here. This should be empty by the end of the night. The only thing that should be there is Pair of Geeks 2 saying hi, everyone. Because you should be on Pair of Geeks 1. Right now, we are doing a Corporation RPG live play. This is the 13th episode. Lucky 13. What do I have in plan for the players tonight? I genuinely have no idea because I did no session prep whatsoever. And according to my players, when I revealed this to them not a minute ago, they went, you do realise that's the phrase we fear the most. I don't know why. I've been really nice to them in this campaign. I don't understand what they're scared about. But you know what? Before we get into that, let's do some introductions and say hello to the person with the yellow wall behind them.
Good evening. I'm Phil. I'm playing Angus Blackwood Melton. I really don't have any idea what's going to happen to us tonight. I've even forgotten where we are.
I'll give you a little recap. Basically, you were in a facility, a Eurasian Incorporated facility, and you destroyed it. You are Eurasian Incorporated agents, so it's not going to be a particularly positive thing when it's time for your employee review. Let's talk to the person with the grey, beigey background.
Would that be me then?
Well, yeah.
Okay. Hi, this is Ronnie. I am playing Lord Percival Chamberlain, who, as I say, started this campaign being fairly buttoned up, and over the course of this campaign has become more and more and more and more unhinged. And God knows what's going to happen tonight. And just one thing to say, if you are watching, Fiona, hi, honey.
And let's talk to the person with the black, white, blue, red, and grey sofa with the yellow cushion on it background.
I can't remember all of that. But hello, my name is Jason, and I am playing Xerxes Polynices. Now, unlike Lord, where he basically goes batshit crazy for not having enough tea, when Xerxes is deprived of tea, apparently he just turns into a psychopathic serial killer, and he's just caused a shit show with his itchy trigger fingers.
You mean to tell me that the behaviour of your character for this entire campaign is because I've been denying your character tea?
Yeah,
it's been a trait for most of us, actually. It's been the lack of tea that has unhinged us all.
Tea motivates us
in its own unique way.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and with that revelation, I think we should do another graphic just because I'm playing with my toys. The noise in the background there is not part of the video. That's just Ronnie relieving himself because those graphics are so sexy.
Well, at least I'm not like my character with a 9-day-long erection.
This is a PG broadcast, so if you
Yeah,
want
that's
to see
never-
the one with the
that
9-day
was-
long erection,
that was
that's
never
something
happening.
past.
That was never happening in this campaign ever.
There are some episodes that have been rated adult. I'll grant you that. Now, I recently watched, or no, I didn't watch because we were in the car. I listened to an episode of Critical Role, and apparently, to be successful YouTubers, what we have to do is deliver adverts for 18 minutes before we begin. I've kind of used all my graphics up though, unless you want to see repeats for 18 minutes. So.
Well,
I don't really know what to do about that.
I did do a video about what I thought of Critical Role, and I had to take it down because I got bombarded. So
Everyone said to me, "Oh, watch the second season then, because the second season's better." It was the second season that I was listening to in the car on the drive up to Wales, and with Jason. We were on our way up to Wales. We put Critical Role on. I thought, well, listen to some role playing. Let's see how the professionals do it. And it was shits and giggles role play. Don't get me wrong. I'm up for shits and giggles. This game is shits and giggles.
oh god, yeah.
But what I wasn't expecting was this professional actors doing professional Dungeons and Dragons. I wasn't expecting that to be basically flatulent guys making fart jokes, and a couple of women for token reasons.
Yeah,
Extremely exaggerated voices for characters.
I
don't mind the voice acting. I mean, they're voice actors. They've got to get their character voices in.
But apparently that's a thing, like an ongoing thing of like, oh, our characters must have really over exaggerated voices, or else they're not good.
I could voice my very particular opinions on Critical Role and their influences, but possibly I'll do it in a way on my own channel without demonizing yours by default.
That's all right. We're open to discussion here. Like, this is a live play, and very soon, I haven't been timing it, but after 18 minutes, we'll start role playing. No. We'll get on with it in a minute. But it just, like, this is the most successful live stream thing in the history of role-playing games, and it's, like, hugely popular with 50,000 people watching it each week or month whenever they go out. And I was just curious what made it successful, and I watched it, and I'm like, this is
my problem with Critical Role is basically twofold, and I'll be very brief. One, I fear that people watching it will think that's the norm for a role-playing game. You know, and the other thing that I've found is there have been people who wanted to join games at my friendly local gaming store, but only Dungeons and Dragons.
Well, if if it's your first role-playing game, then it's not a bad system to start with.
It's not bad. My opinion is, but because there was no D&D getting played at our friendly local gaming store, get in on something.
Yeah, I can understand that.
By all means, if there's a D&D game going on, do it. But if there's not, get in on something.
There does seem to be a lot of people that don't want to play anything else, though.
Yeah, that's my worry. And and then you get accused of being a grognard.
Well, they are missing a lot.
Yeah, I mean, take Corporation RPG. If you're going to have a shits and giggles game, I honestly think there's no better
Corporation. System. Yep.
Yeah, I mean, it's fucking hilarious. Just in the game itself, it's ridiculous and over the top. And
you can have spells with the telekinesis. You can have mechanical dragons. There's all the fancy stuff in there. Tavern's a CD bar still.
Yeah, so, but, nothing against people who play D&D or want to play D&D, especially if they're coming in from the outside. They've heard about D&D. They want to play D&D because that's what they've heard about. And that's fine if that's their gateway in.
Well, I think now is a good time to plug a video I did in the past, which was my top, was it 5 or top 10 alternatives to
Yep.
D&D?
Yep, we both did that because I did.
You
You
VR'd it,
did
didn't you?
yours, and I did a response to it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And so because we're talking about Parageeks 1, though, you know, we can do a graphic. Because, you know, I like graphics.
Next we're gonna have recorded laughing and applause and stuff.
Yeah, let's really no. Actually, the sound engineers at Critical Role aren't that good. I know this because
And not.
whilst we were driving up listening to this Critical Role podcast, there were players who we could not hear in the car.
No, basically, from what I heard, the mic was right in front of the GM, and then everyone else must have been leaning in or something.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, players you could hear in the intro, we couldn't hear once they started role playing, and that was really like for radio play, that was horrendous. Like there was no appropriate volume to put it on.
No.
So
But apparently, it's not designed for audio because it was a video, and it's like, okay, but if you're gonna have it on a podcast, actually fix the audio so that it's suitable to be played as audio only.
yeah, just run it through an
Fuck.
equalizer or some shit. You know, there are tools to
Needed
just
more than
fix
an
that without
equalizer,
even.
frankly.
Well,
No,
the thing is, no, you could put that through a process automatically on a computer to fix that volume issue
Yeah, you
without doing any manual work whatsoever. And you've got to do some manual work just to get the audio only out. So why not just put a fucking filter on it and have it at a constant gain or some shit?
Just in case any of your viewers at the moment or in the future think that I'm bashing D&D, I just want to clarify. You're absolutely right, Becky, that if people want to play D&D as their first game because they've heard about D&D and that's the one they know about and heard about, fine. It's the people who have said, no, nothing else but D&D that I slightly get wary of. It's a thing.
And with all that said, let's do a game of
graphic.
Operation RPG. No, well, I'm going to do a stinger. You know, because we've got a fancy stinger now.
Hey.
Here it goes. Look at that. Look at that. It goes like, I'll play it again. Oh, yeah. So, right, this time I'll lock the video on me and I'll play it again. So you can actually see the whole thing. Look at that. 3 times running, don't you? Right, so, no idea if people are watching. I mean, I don't know why they would, because they should be on POG 1. Let's go have a look, see if there are statistics. We have had a viewer.
And they took your word for it and went to pub one.
Actually, no, I think they're watching right now, I think. Hello, viewer, whoever you are.
In theory, we should have 1 million views on Pog 1.
No.
If the viewer,
I'm not white and male, it doesn't...
if the viewer is Fiona, hi.
So,
She did say
now
she was going to try and tune in.
if we wanted Pog 1 to get a lot more views, I'd have to be a bloke and American.
Possibly with a beard.
And according to my subscriber with the most subscribers of his own, I'm also black. So moving swiftly on. There's just nothing to say to that, but apparently I forget his exact wording. I think it was something along the lines of a mongrel. Right.
Who?
Yeah,
What?
yeah.
Where?
You should know who Varg is, being a Magnum fan.
Yeah.
What?
Oh,
Sorry?
maybe. Varg Vikernes, he murdered somebody about 10 years ago and went to prison for it. And since then, he's come out of prison and he's made
Is that the one who did
ever so notorious Mythorog.
Mythorog? Yeah, the game I will never touch, amongst many.
He's kind of disappeared again.
He has, actually, yeah. I think that's because he's finished his promotion for his RPG because it stopped selling or whatever. Or he's in jail again. One of the two.
That too.
But he stopped commenting on my videos, so I guess he's not doing RPGs at the minute.
Yeah.
He's probably out marching in Charlottesville or something. Right.
Yes.
If you're watching the vlog, hello, long time. Say hi, because you haven't for a while. And I'm still mostly white, so, you know, say hi. Right, let's start an RPG session.
You know, he's the kind of person you want to do one of those "who do you think you are" genealogy things, and find out he's got parents from Africa or, you know, ancestors from Africa.
I'm sure outside of political stuff, I'm sure he's a lovely guy.
Or Saudi Arabia or something.
I do disagree with his politics, but you know I disagree with lots of people's politics. It's fine. I'm practically.
He's got a long lost cousin who's an imam.
I think we've exceeded our 18 minutes.
So now that we've done the adverts for 18 minutes, we take another 10 minutes to do shout outs.
Well, that was kind of in the 18 minutes thing.
Okay, I wasn't counting. I was so bored; it felt like an eternity.
20 minutes.
And then you improvised a role-playing thing, and it was amazing.
I did, yes, but I don't know if our one peak viewer who may or may not still be with us looking at no, they left. In that case, we can talk about it because no one's watching. So we'll role play in a minute. If you're watching this later, skip forward to when we start role playing.
At least you gave everyone the decency to say skip forward because Critical Role didn't.
What happened was I decided I'd run an impromptu RPG. Bearing in mind I'm driving, so I've only got a limited amount of my brain to actually plot adventure with. And I'm hoping that that same part of the brain will come in useful tonight. I took exactly the same premise they had on the Critical Role game as a starting point and did a much better adventure right from the first encounter. So tonight's game is equally unplanned, less impromptu, so I've no excuses really, other than I didn't get around to it. So let's start. So okay, let's do our sticker. Haha. Yes, I love that. I love it. Right. When last seen, you were in an EI facility that prints people from templated body things that are sort of in a big kind of circular auditorium type thing. You had flown a helicopter into it, printed somebody, saved their life, they teleported out, printed somebody else that all went a bit wrong and they were dead. The Malin branch arrived, shot the place up, arrested the dead person, not realizing it was just a dead copy of the person they were after, and they left. You were then left with the manager of the facility in her pencil skirt, white blouse, and bun hair. That's what I remember. And a clipboard. Yes, she had a clipboard. And she said, "Wait till head office hears about this," and stormed out of view behind all the rubble. And a little bit of debris falls down from the ceiling behind her as she walks off. Then your speaker rings. It's head office.
Well, that was quick.
Yeah, they
Who
don't ring around.
answers?
Oh, bollocks.
I'll answer.
Right, is that one of my agents?
Yes. Blackwood Melton here.
The T-boys, right. Good. Where the bloody hell is my queen? Have you got her yet?
She's in India.
Yes, I know. I want her in the fucking Taj Mahal ruling the country. Why the hell is there a kangaroo that the customer does not understand why there's a kangaroo in Calcutta? Get rid of it. Get her in the Taj Mahal. Get her some flunkies. And we'll sell the bloody country.
Right.
Also, we need to steal it from Comoros, but I've got somebody else working on that right now.
Oh, I wondered when they would get involved.
Okay, we'll go and get her right now.
Okay.
Yes, in the bloody Taj Mahal.
Taj
Oh,
Mahal.
whilst you at it, if you see a big diamond anywhere, if you could put that in a crown, stick it on a red, that'd be useful. Otherwise, I'll have to find one somewhere else. Just give me a call, let me know. Anyway, get to it.
Will do.
Hangs up.
Oh, we've got to go and get the queen.
Then, your phone goes. Is it this?
You were cutting out there, Becky.
Oh, then your phone goes again. In fact, I'm going to make this a text message. Bulletin alert for all EI agents. 4 unidentified agents wanted for destroying classified EI facility. Film attached.
Oh,
Okay.
Well, they've got it a bit inaccurate. There's 3 of us.
Clearly, we might be able to use that. Just so I can understand the orders we have now been given. We've not to kill the bitch now.
no. Killing
We've
her is
got to
bad.
put her
Not.
in the Taj Mahal.
Apparently.
Well-
That's where they want her.
They didn't specify for her to be alive. They just said put her in it. Isn't there some big statue, like a sarcophagus in there that we could just put her in? And...
I need tea.
And apparently we have to get rid of the kangaroo.
So much to do. And I'm beginning to fear for Lord's, well, he's beyond sanity, but Lord's existential state, really.
I am having a spiritual crisis. My spirit has been punctured into 2,000 perforations.
We don't talk about tea bags.
Okay. We'll just have to get to the Taj Mahal as quickly as we can.
Then we kill her.
Brackets, the Queen is in Calcutta inside a metal kangaroo. Close bracket.
Right.
Yeah.
What we need is to destroy the kangaroo. Skippy needs to go down the fucking well. Yeah, any chance you had of making this PG rated is now gone.
And then if we destroy the kangaroo, what do we do with the Queen?
We'll sit her on the throne in the Taj Mahal long enough for this deal to go through, and then so help me God, I'm gonna kill her.
We might find some tea before then, so just hang on.
Then I might kill her slower.
Oh,
Fair enough.
we forgot we had to pick up some tea for her as well, didn't we?
Tea!
Yes.
Damn.
I wonder what tea tastes like after extracting it from inside a queen.
Be not good.
Let's not find out. Right.
At that moment, over there, you hear the manager of the facility say, "They're still inside.
Oh,
I want them
bollocks.
all dead."
Okay, is there any way to get to the roof? Because I'm assuming there's quite a lot of debris or holes or something.
Yeah, a little bit of ceiling falls out as you think that and lands by your feet.
The gods are crazy.
Shall we ascend, gentlemen?
Yes.
I think it might be the best way out.
Up by the most safely efficient method.
Tell me, what is the safest, most efficient method you can think of?
Before
I'm all for, at this point, I'm all for shinning up the wall, but if we can find a safe way to do it, I'll stick with that.
Probably the best thing to do will be to smash the lab up some more and pile things on top of each other so you can climb on top of it. It will do some more damage, but...
Is there some kind of safety gear in the helicopter that I could salvage?
Let's put a tactical helmet.
A tactical helmet?
Yeah, Kevlar helmet.
Yes, I know what it... Yeah, okay. That wasn't quite what I had in mind, but...
No? Okay, what did you have in mind?
Well, like a cable or rope or something.
There's a USB cable.
How about a tow cable?
I tell you what, let's have perception and observation from one of you.
Okay.
Let me hear that excess.
Fuck yeah, so much excess. That's 11 excess.
Oh, fuck you, I'll have to give you one now. You find a hydraulic grappling hook.
Fantastic.
You lucky fucker.
That's the one.
Is the hydraulic I'll try that again. Can it actually be maneuvered?
Yeah, it's a hand portable Mr. XS11.
Right, yeah. Fire it up to what looks like a good solid bit of the ceiling, and we'll just grapple our way up here.
Yeah, so you climb out and get onto the roof. As you do so, you see what is basically a gigantic version of Ed 209 walking into the lab you just left.
Just got out of there in time.
You don't know what Ed 209 is?
What?
My God.
Have you seen RoboCop, Jason?
No, I haven't, to be fair.
Okay, I can solve this.
RoboCop Ed 209 is the robot that tells you have 20 seconds to comply.
Oh, okay.
All right, let me show you a picture.
You have 15 seconds to comply. I am now authorized to use physical force.
I feel like I've lost quite a few nerd points.
Many. There you go. That's Ed 209. Right? Except that one's only twice the size of a human. The one following you is... Oh, shit, because I have to do this now. God damn it. There we go. Right. So there's Ed 209.
That's Ed 209.
This one's twice the size of a human. The one chasing you is 4 times the size of a human.
That's from the remake.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, fair dues. Right. So, you're not supposed to see the family tree. God damn it. There we go. Got rid of it. Okay. So, yeah, that enters the auditorium behind you and, makes lots of robot sounds like it hurts or something. I don't know. It's a big, shiny robot with big guns.
Okay.
And you get on the roof. From here, you can see Calcutta before you, and it's surprisingly to you. This is like an old city. It doesn't have spires. It's all very close to the ground compared to what you're used to, and you're guessing these people must be poor or something. But you are in Comoros territory, so peasants really, and. on the distance on the horizon, you can see this gigantic kangaroo, absolutely huge monstrosity.
Oh, we found her anyway.
It's so far away that you're actually getting a bit of the distance haze. It's a bit like a 1990s computer game. You turn slightly and it gets a lot brighter. Yeah. No, I'm kidding. Yay for DirectX 7 fog. All right, so there it is in front of you. In between you and this kangaroo is a city full of Comoros people, and behind you is a gigantic robot.
Shall we hop to it over the roofs?
Was that a
Yeah.
deliberate pun, considering we're about to go up against a kangaroo?
Interestingly, no. I seem to be quite good at doing this in that I do a phrase and it's literally no pun intended. But yes, let's.
No, we
hop
don't
to
like
it.
no pun intended, do we?
Let's just bounce on.
Yeah, no, it's just you mentioned no pun intended, and I don't like no pun intended. The YouTube channel.
Hmm. Never seen it.
They said no to an interview.
Yes, but worse. Worse. 2 minutes later, they were interviewing with somebody else.
They
Ooh.
were a bit insulted.
Fuck those guys. Right, we were role playing. So, yes, the city of Calcutta is before you. There's hubbub and people and whatever those little things are called, the motor scooter taxi things and
Mopeds.
all that kind of stuff. The what?
Mopeds.
No, the taxi ones. They're like three-wheeler taxis. Yellow
Yeah.
and black.
Yeah, we know.
Tuk-tuks.
Yeah. Right, guys. I say we get to the kangaroo, but we make sure that the robot behind us is within distance of us. That
Oh,
it's
yeah.
still chasing us.
I know what you're thinking. Fantastic idea.
Let's just, because if we can climb up this thing, then it's going to try and shoot at us, and hopefully it will take this kangaroo down while it's at it, or something similar.
That makes sense.
Well, considering it's such a fucking huge target, I don't see how
Yeah.
it's going to miss it.
Well, I'm hoping it will just hit it and not us, but the principle being that it will have great big weapons that can do it some damage. It's just going to have a target, and it's coming after us anyway. So let's make sure that we're still in its sights all the way.
Yes.
Okay. Could I just ask everybody to make a reflexes plus athletics check, please?
Oh, jeez.
Preferably not. Right. Can I just save everyone now, and I'll just tell you by how much I fail?
Don't need to know how much by.
Not as much as
This is a
me.
Boolean test.
Ooh.
I critically failed.
Oh, go.
Oh,
I got double zeros.
Oh dear.
okay. Just so I'm aware as a GM, what are your hit points like at the moment as a party?
Mine's full health.
1.
Yeah. I'm down to 8.
I'm down to 1.
You're down to 1. And did you pass, Phil?
No, I missed by 6.
All right. And just so I understand your current equipment disposition,
Okay.
how many med packs between you?
I don't think we get any.
I
I
think
don't know. We used a couple.
Yeah.
I've got 6 left.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, you got fuck tons then. The fact is, on 1 hit point is your own fucking negligence. Right. So there you are having this conversation about your plan on top of the roof next to the hole you just climbed through. When the roof that you're standing on explodes from directly beneath Jason or Xerxes, and you all fall back into the facility you just climbed out of. You all take dice. Oh, nice. I'll just use a couple of D8s. Oh, I just punched my own hand, and where did I lost a dice? Never mind. Blah, blah, blah. Right, you all take 10 damage, except for you, Jason. You take 20.
Right. I'm out.
Oh,
I'm out.
Okay, so you go unconscious on the floor. At least the person with all the med packs is still standing up. At this moment, Xerxes, you are spread eagled on the floor. You have your 2 compatriots next to you, also spread eagled on the floor.
mhm.
But they're unconscious, and your phone rings.
I just heard and your phone rings.
Well, out of everything I just described, that's all you heard.
Basically, you went off for a bit. You didn't even breathe.
Oh.
You went off.
Bloody internet. Right. Okay. So you are lying spread-eagled on the floor of an EI
Yes.
facility. Next to you, your two unconscious teammates also spread-eagled on the floor. Immediately in front of you is Ed 209 bearing down on you with somewhere between 4 and 12 large weapons. And your phone rings.
Now, is it my handset or is it my speaker?
Your speaker. No handset. Your publicly accessible handset.
Okay, and do I recognize it as an actual ring or is it a text? Like a text jingle?
It rings. It's ringing.
It rings. Okay. In that case, I put it on speaker and go, hello.
Hello, this is Agent Action Holovid Corp. We're an EI subsidiary, and we're really interested in the story you guys have to tell.
Oh, really?
Ed
Can you
209
tell it to this gun?
Ed 209 swivels down from, it's currently aiming at the ceiling, and it swivels down to face you.
Okay, I toss my phone away and hope that he keeps talking.
This will be a very profitable opportunity for you that not very many agents get. A big empty shell discharges from Ed 209's mortar launcher. In the rubble entranceway behind you looks a very gleeful looking manager going,
Has it not kind of followed the voice of the person on the phone?
No.
Oh.
Okay then. Never mind.
But you can still speak to the speakerphone.
That was the idea. I was hoping it would only hear like the posh tones of the Eurasian Incorporated voice, but never mind. In that case, I get out both my guns and aim them directly at the barrel.
Okay.
It's about to fire the shell.
Make your roll. All six of them.
All six of them? Okay.
Particularly interested if any of them critical. Bearing in mind that gun criticals on a 2/2. The players wait anxiously to hear the results of Jason's dice roll.
Okay, I got 4 passes and 2 fails.
Okay. But no crits.
No crits.
Okay. The mortar shell loads into the gun. Chink! An animated, servo-assisted ka-chunk mechanism takes place. Ka-ching! Because it's obligatory to have a ka-chunk mechanism on all big guns. And a mortar shell is fired directly at you and strikes you, but does not detonate. It hurts, though. It hurts a lot.
Ow! Fuck!
For 5 points of damage.
Oh, right in the pec.
Please step back to 30 Please step back to 30 meters minimum arming distance to be terminated.
No, that's cool. I'm gonna stay here, so you can only give me minimal damage.
Look, this is really important at your phone. I'm offering a lot of money, a big holovid contract that not a lot of agents will ever get this kind of offer in their lifetime.
But will it get me tea?
You'll be able to buy as much tea as you want.
That's not what I asked. Dashwood's tea is extremely scarce. That is what I need, not money. Although money would be pretty good.
I can fly in a shipment to you right now if you'll take the contract.
I look down at Lord, who presumably is convulsing and foaming at the mouth.
He's rolling around in agony, yeah.
and I say, okay, fine, I'll accept your contract. And then I put an intravenous med pack in him.
Please step back to 30 meters to be terminated.
I also give Augustus an intravenous med pack, and I drag both of them closer to the robot.
Switching to close assault weaponry.
Are we both
Please
now
stand
conscious?
by for your execution. Yes, you two come too. You're at the feet of Ed 209.
Split!
What the bloody hell's that?
Please stand by for your execution. And it's taking quite a long time. The arms basically fold and collapse away, and new bits are coming out.
Okay, we got two choices here.
Facility's looking at it.
We either run like hell. Listen, guys, we either run like hell or we terminate this fucker.
We need to get it back to its mortar shell setting.
Right, back to where we originally were then.
Yeah.
Yeah, move away from it, yeah.
Those guns won't do much damage to the kangaroo, but the mortar shell fucking will. So we run. By the way, I think I've got you some tea.
Hey! Tea!
You're going to need that phone, and it's the other side of Ed 209.
Yeah, I'm aware of
very
that.
nearly got its melee weapons out as it's folding the last circular saw into place now.
Both of you get going. I'm going to catch up.
Okay.
Right, going for it.
Okay, so you guys just running out the front door, yeah, past the facility manager.
Yes, we'll run straight out the easiest route.
Okay. Meanwhile, Xerxes, you dive underneath the legs or something of Ed 209. It starts swiveling round, and its circular saws all fire up, all 20 of them. It sounds like you're in the middle of a really heavily amplified woodworking factory. Yes, so all these circular saws spin up. It's an obscene number of blades. And you've kind of got to make the choice. Do you actually go for that phone because it's going to take a strike?
Yes.
Or do you come up with another plan? Okay.
Well, hold on. Have I still got the grappling hook, or was it? I'm assuming it's stuck in the. No, because it would have. Everything would have crumbled.
Yeah. Okay. It'll be loose on the floor.
Yeah. So what I'm going to try and do is just stall it briefly by sort of spinning it around a bit like a morning star and just whacking it from a distance.
Okay.
So maybe I bend one of the guns a bit or something. Yeah, just stall it.
Okay. How far away from it are you when you do this?
Well, I'm probably still in range of being shot at, but I would say maybe 15 feet.
Okay. So you start tackling it with a grappling hook. It starts moving towards you with 20 circular saws. Hello, Lord Morbius. Right. So, yes, it starts moving towards you with all these circular saws. And it comes between you and the phone again.
Yeah. So I'm going to aim for the saws to... because I think actually, yeah, because they're going to be the biggest threat anyway to me at close range. So I'm going to attempt to get the grappling hook caught in the saws.
Okay, make a what do you reckon? Perception plus close combat or something?
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. Oh, yeah, that is a pass by 4.
Okay, you hurdle the grappling hook at Ed 209's circular saw collection. It does indeed strike one of the circular saw blades, leaving it with only 19. However, the one that you strike pings off the robot, narrowly passes your face, bounces off one of the stasis chamber things behind for the blank bodies up on the back wall, and then heads directly towards the facility manager, flying between Lord and Augustus, directly between their heads as it hits a lateral plane and severs her head clean off. As they then run past her, getting covered in showers of her blood. Ed 209 has 19 circular saws between you and your phone. What do you do?
Okay. So I'm going to die for it.
Okay, you're going to take the risk going through the maelstrom of blades.
Yep.
It does indeed hit you with one bank of circular saws,
Okay.
doing 13 damage.
Oh, that's me out.
Okay, so Lord and Augustus, as you get to the door and you get covered in blood, you just react a moment as this blood spurts all over you, and you see Xerxes going down, getting what's going to be a lovely scar in his back as this bank of circular saw blades slashes him across the back as he tries to dive between the legs. And then 209, reaching for his phone. Meanwhile, his phone says, I need you on the phone to sign the contract. We need to do a bioprint or I cannot send you the tea.
We do have to go back now.
We do have to go back.
Bags of intravenous med tumble away from Xerxes.
You sound so excited to save me, guys. I love you too.
It's
F209.
It's not the not wanting to save you, it's the having to get through that to get to you.
F209 swings around to face you and says, please remain stationary whilst mortar weaponry engages and starts disconnecting all the circular saws.
Head towards.
And split up, go around him on either side. So confuse it.
You are now within range of close assault weaponry, re-engaging close assault weaponry. And you get to Xerxes and pick up all of his med. Well, you pick up a couple of his med packs. Question: do you pick up the phone?
Who's nearest?
Okay, so you've arrived from either side.
Yeah.
So one of you gets Xerxes. The other one gets to a spread out collection of med packs and his phone. There are how many med packs left?
There's 4.
So there are 4 med packs scattered across the floor. You get to 2 of them easily. But now you've got a choice between a mobile phone or the other 2 med packs. Whilst Ed 209 is just about to finish engaging his close assault weaponry.
2 med packs.
Right. Who's got Xerxes? Me or you, Phil?
Whatever you want. You can.
Right.
Grab
If I've got Xerxes, throw me in the med packs and go for the phone. So I've got
I can grab 2 med packs and the phone.
Yeah. If you make the deal, I've got a feeling we can shut this Ed 209 down.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. I'll grab 2 med packs, pick the phone up, and if I hear a voice on the other line, hello.
Yeah, it's extremely loud because it's on speakerphone.
Oh, okay.
So you grab those bits. You drag Xerxes away from Ed 209 as it spins around the other way. And
apply a med pack.
Okay, you have 1 med pack left. There are another 2 behind Ed 209.
Apply them both to Xerxes because he's the best shot. Quite frankly.
And I'll pick up Xerxes' phone. I'll say, hello, Xerxes' phone. How may I help you?
Hello, this is Agent Action Holovid Corp. I need to do a bioprint with Xerxes to seal the deal. We will immediately send you the tea.
I'm afraid he's rather busy at this moment.
That's not good enough. We need
Tell him
to
you
know
have
we've got a deal.
authorization.
I have authorization to speak on his behalf.
I need
That's
to hear
my
that.
job.
I need to hear that from Xerxes Polynices.
Yeah, this is just like my job. Would I be coming round at this point?
Yes,
in time?
you've just been injected with 20 hit points. Meanwhile, by the time you do, Ed 209 is very nearly finished getting his mortars out.
I give authority for them to speak on my behalf.
Can you just bioprint the bloody phone?
If you could just hold on for me a second while I skirt this killer robot, I'll see if I can get the phone to him.
Okay, you sort of all meet up at the entranceway, as it were, but Ed 209 has very nearly finished. Well, he pretty much has finished getting his mortar weaponry out and is just spinning around to face you as you get Xerxes conscious with his phone together.
Quick, take that.
Okay. In my print.
Right, we just need to commandeer your phone for a short while. Injecting the nanobots now.
Wait, who's saying that? The person on the phone?
Yes.
Oh, for God's sake. Hurry the fuck up.
Your phone starts changing shape in your hand and it gets extremely hot to the point you have to drop it. And then it transfers into a little camera drone with 4 blades on it, goes and starts filming the room.
Stay clear of the massive robots if you haven't seen that already.
And then you hear a kunk
That didn't sound good.
as the robot cocks its mortars to fire.
Yep. I'm going to turn around, get my gun out, and try and hit the shell again.
Okay, make your dice rolls. What are the rest of you doing while he's doing that?
I've got the gun. I've got my gun out. I'm going to shoot at it as well.
Okay, I'm just interested in double ones and double twos because the hits from those weapons aren't going to do a thing to Ed 209.
Yeah, let's not bother.
Well, double ones and double twos matter, and you do get 3 attempts.
3 attempts. Yeah, you're right.
No, I've got five hits, but no crits. I keep
No,
rolling
not even
like
close.
1-1, but not double 1 or double 2.
Only got 1 hit, but no double ones or double twos.
Okay, a hail of bullets hits Ed 209. One of them passes out through the hole in the ceiling and hits an innocent passerby half a mile away.
I just remembered, I picked up a samurai sword or something, didn't I? Like a scimitar.
You did at some point.
Yeah, I haven't written down stats for it. I'll have to look that up at another point in time, but I just completely forgot I had it.
The mortar shell fires and lands. Close enough to do, lucky buggers, 6 points of damage.
Wow. That's the fluffiest mortar I've ever seen.
Wasn't you were protected by debris as the corridor you're in now, the wall starts to collapse and give way. The clearly cheaply made secret facility starts caving in around you, and your only way out now is through a tiny hole about so big.
Yeah, I think I'm down to 0 again.
You can't be, you just got given 10 hit points, only took 6 off you. So you're now on 4, as is Phil. Jason
Yeah.
will be on 16. No, 14.
Yeah. Okay. Head for the door!
Right, it's more like a hole, old chap. But yes, okay.
All
Okay.
right, Mr. Pedantic.
You can only get through one at a time. Who's going first?
I might as well stay so I can watch the drone finish its
I'll go
thing
through
off.
first.
Okay.
Gun out.
So, Lord, you go through the hole first, followed by Augustus. And Xerxes, you get another chance to shoot back at this thing before your opportunity to get through the hole happens.
Okay. I will do
Let's
that.
have your rolls. Meanwhile, Lord, you emerge through the other side of the collapsed tunnel, and you're now in the foyer of the secret facility. In the foyer are a dozen Malin Branch officers surrounding the dead man from Cairo, the copy of the man that you printed onto the human blank, and they are trying to read him his rights. Okay. Do you acknowledge that you have the right to an attorney? You must acknowledge whether or not you have a right to an attorney and whether you understand these terms.
Okay, I'm going to try and nicely sort of slip by them.
So you're going to try and sneak past. Is that right?
Yeah, you know, it's either that I'm going to go up and say that he probably needs to be woken up first. But I've got a feeling slip through is possibly a better way.
Presence plus stealth, please.
All hits, no crits.
Okay. Ed209.
Made it by one.
Okay. So you sneak through and out of the smashed frontage of this building. And you sort of look back and you see Augustus. How do you decide to deal with the situation with the Malin Branch?
I'm going to sort of like get out of the hole, straighten my tie, and try and brush off a bit of my suit and just stroll out. Just ignore.
As you get to the front door, one of the Malin Branch stops you and says, "Are you familiar with this man?"
I'm afraid I've never seen him before.
Anything you say may or may not be used in a court of law against you. Do you accept this premise?
Yes.
You have a right to an attorney. Do you acknowledge this?
Yes.
No court attorney will be appointed for you. That bribe was lost 60 years ago. Do you acknowledge this?
That's usual terms, isn't it? Yes.
Affirmative. Bringing up surveillance footage of you with talking to this man. You have lied to a Malin Branch officer.
No, I still
You will
don't
now
know
be
who he
arrested.
is.
You stated for the record, "I have never met this man." You have lied to a Malin Branch officer. You will now be arrested. Please place your hands inside these cuffs.
What, those cuffs?
These cuffs.
Those cuffs there?
These cuffs here.
At this point, I am whispering behind. I'm whispering behind him. Move.
But I can't
Run.
put my hands in those cuffs there. I'm not going to move my hands.
Run. Let's go. Come on.
And
You
I'll
are
try.
under arrest. Place your hands inside the cuffs.
Oh dear! Look at that over there, and I'll run.
Hang on, just so you're aware.
Yeah.
You remember what happened last time you didn't comply with the Malin Branch. You know that's going to happen again.
We're going to get shot at.
Brutally and savagely.
Well, we tend to get brutally and savagely shot at wherever we go, though. So
Exactly. But it's just, you know, it's just same shit, different location. We've become shot drunk.
And just so you're aware, you'd be happy to play a different character in this campaign, yeah?
Fortunately for me, I haven't left the building yet.
Well, no, not shot.
I just want to establish that before you try to go up against the Malin Branch, me having introduced them previously as to just how hard they are.
yeah, I know how hard you said they were. Yes, I was just hoping I could trick them.
Yeah, no.
You did say they weren't that bright.
They're not that bright, but they are placing you under arrest. So I just want to be absolutely sure you know what you're signing up for if you run from them.
They're not robots. They're more like the Combine, aren't they, in Half-Life? So kind of.
They're sort of like cyborgs or something, didn't you say?
Yeah, as far as I know.
Yeah.
So they're not as stupid as you might think.
Oh dear.
I mean, I'm okay with it, but I want you to understand what's at stake when dealing with this group, because if I just let you get away with it, then...
Oh, no, you're saying. I know what you're saying. Oh dear. Well, I can't, you see, because we've got to do this. We're going to go and find the Queen.
There is no queen.
Don't start that again. There is a Queen.
Bloody
Princess.
communists.
The Queen of England and Empress
The
of
world is
India.
under
And,
plutocratic rule. Please place your hands in the cuffs, or you will be forced. Or I will be forced to restrain you, along with my 11 colleagues.
ooh, 11 colleagues. It's going to take all 11 of you, is it?
That's 12, you idiot.
Oh, go on then.
You've got a point.
You're placing your hands in the cuffs here.
Yeah.
Okay. Xerxes, you
Yes.
emerged to the scene of Augustus being arrested by the Malum Branch.
I've sort of got both my guns and I'm sort of doing this, looking back behind me. If you want to do like an exposition, I would probably run back in and then be forced out by the Mallenbrach, if you want to do it like that.
Sorry, you lost me a bit there.
Well, because you're implying that sort of people are getting arrested and whatever.
Well,
so
not only Augustus. Lord is outside the front of the building, looking in, face in his hand. Augustus is being arrested, and you've just emerged from the rubble.
Right. Okay. I sort of tentatively look behind me at the robot, thinking, is it going to try and mortar shell the Mallenbrach?
Oh yeah, the rubble behind you takes a mortar hit. The rubble you've just climbed through the little hole in. There's now less rubble than there was a moment ago.
In that case, I go, excuse me, there's more important. That thing there is going to blow a crater where we're all standing if we don't move.
And you're saying that to the Malum Branch, yeah?
Yes.
Are you threatening the Malum Branch with a terrorist act?
Would that constitute sort of like illegal technology?
I am literally trying to save your lives, but thanks.
That was a yes-no question. You did not answer in a yes-no manner.
Then no.
Very good. Pass along, citizen. Pass along. Nothing to see here.
I look around for Lord.
You see Lord outside the shattered remains of the front of this building, his little head's popping up with an expression of deep regret, I believe, on his face.
Okay. How about the drone? Am I able to see it?
That's following you. That followed you through the hole.
Oh, it's following me. Okay.
Yeah.
I wish I knew what it was doing. And I know that it's filming, but it's probably sending stuff.
I have a feeling that we're now on candid camera.
Oh, look at these nice Mallenbrach doing their job. And I sort of get the camera to turn.
Yeah, the camera's filming the whole scene, including Augustus being under arrest. The Malum Branch are filling in paperwork in front of him. There's 3 of them doing it.
What have they arrested you for exactly?
Apparently, knowing this guy here, and when I said I didn't know him.
I asked the officer, why are you arresting this gentleman?
Move along, citizen. Nothing for you to see here.
The
officer's hold up the paperwork, put it into an envelope, and hand it to you, Augustus.
The prisoner says that you are claiming that he knows your other prisoner. How have you established this? Have you asked the prisoner?
Please place your ID scanner into the chip card reader.
Oh,
Lord.
And he's doing that to Lord.
I think you should have legged it, old chap.
Don't provoke them.
Oh well, I was going to try and get them off their own logic, but yeah, let's scan the chip and get ready to be arrested.
You are not a lawyer. Move along, citizen.
To be fair, you were being very lawyerish.
Absolutely. I was going to try and hit them with their own logic,
What
but
do we do?
unless they could actually corroborate, and the only way to corroborate that
I
they knew
kind
each
of-
other was the dead guy, and
I
the dead guy
pull-
can't speak.
I pull Lord away from the scene and say, "What do we do? We've got to kill that fucking kangaroo before it gets further away."
Where's
Another
that?
explosion?
Where's the big bugger in the other room?
There's another explosion, and some of the plaster in the ceiling in this room starts trickling down from the roof.
Okay, we need to get out of here.
Meanwhile, the officer who arrested Augustus says you will now pay 100 credit fine. You will be docked 2 rank points.
Oh,
Is that
yeah.
it?
If you cannot pay, you'll be placed into confinement and docked of all rank points.
Uh,
I thought we were only on rank 1 still.
Mhm.
we have rank points, I believe.
Yes, you have 10 rank points. You need 10
I'm
in
good
order
for the
to be.
cash.
You do have the cash, yes.
Yes.
Yeah, so knock 100 off, and you now have 8 rank points, which makes you a level 0 citizen.
A level 0 citizen.
Yeah, you need to earn some rank points back quickly by aiding the law. Because-
If you want, if they want eating, I'll say to them, you better be careful what's in there. I think you've stumbled across something quite serious.
We've
Are
got to
you
lower it
threatening
away.
the Malin branch with the terrorist activity?
No,
No.
he's not. No, he's
I'm
not.
warning you of a terrorist activity.
Tried
There's
that
another
already.
explosion. At this time, the last of the debris is blown away, and Ed 209 starts emerging out.
Let's
Please remain
go.
more than 30 meters from the mortar blast. You will now be terminated.
Why didn't you arrest that thing?
So, just to be clear, you're continuing your conversation with the Malin branch officer whilst Ed 209 is aiming at you.
I'm not-
Yeah, I'm grabbing his arm and saying we're moving.
Oh,
I
I,
just
didn't know
want to
they
see-
had the option to move. I thought they would be a little bit more.
Yeah, once you pay the fine, you're released from the cuffs.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Right,
I thought I was
my
still under
apologies
arrest.
for not being clear.
grab him,
No, no.
and we, Drake, we are leaving.
Yes. Well, I'll let you deal with that.
It's
Okay,
funny
so
to
you leave the scene. Ed 209 goes and starts humping off after you. And you run out into the car park. As you go through the car park and you get up toward the main road, you're faced with a choice. Do you take a vehicle, or would you like to get further from the Malin branch before committing any illegal acts?
How fast is this thing?
Ed 209, it's the speed of a running person.
What, running normal person or running agent?
Running agent.
I do have a license for domestic vehicles.
Indeed. Do you own one?
Own a vehicle? Or own a license?
Just pointing out, you don't actually own one that's in this car park, and this isn't a rental car park. This is an EI secret facility.
Yeah, but a vehicle license domestic means that you can commandeer a vehicle as long as it's domestic. It doesn't just mean
No,
you can
that's a-
drive a car.
It's a driving license, babe.
It's not. I'm sure it's like you can commandeer a vehicle.
Plus, as we are here,
Law enforcement
Yeah.
might give you something like that.
Is there any company vehicles in the car park?
Yes. You don't know which ones are owned by privates or which ones are owned by the corporation, though, and you don't have the keys.
we're gonna have to either just bust one, or we're gonna have to run and maybe take one from a passing motorist.
Oh, no, you're right. That's a different one altogether. I was going to say. My apologies.
But
Welcome.
we either leg it and get some distance from Ed and Nick and just grab one off the street,
Yeah.
passing
do that,
motorist, or we bust a car here. But then I think we're going to get into a firefight if we do that.
Let's keep going.
Okay, you get up to the main road. Ed 209 is charging up behind you. A coach, for some reason, randomly parked in the car park, goes bouncing off and tumbling off away as Ed 209 barges its way past it. You get to the main road. A number of mopeds are riding past you as you emerge.
Channel my inner Jasper Carrot and start singing Funky Moped as I start going for one.
Yes, we grab one of the people off of it and grab the moped.
Okay. Yes, you do exactly that. You throw 3 civilians off of their mopeds and toss them onto the pavement and get on.
Yeah, just to say that rather than do the throwy thing, I'm just going to pistol whip somebody off it, and when they fall off, I'm just going to pick the moped and go for it.
And I'm not even going to make you roll for it. These are just ordinary humans.
Yeah.
They're nothing to in terms of physical ability compared to you guys. You get on their bikes and you open them up. Now, one of you, and it's apparently Xerxes, has managed to find a particularly slow moped. It's got a limiter at 20 miles an hour.
I was driving. That's a bit ironic.
I rolled it. It was here. It was a random moped that was passing. I'm sorry.
I go alongside Xerxes because mopeds can just about hold 2, and just say, right, you jump on and drive.
Fine. I weigh like 9 stone. Let's do it.
Question: are you going to stop the bikes and just sort of get on comfortably, or are you going to do this on the move?
I don't think we've got. We don't have a prayer if we stop.
Are you suggesting my nether Edens are going to get quite chafed if I'm not careful?
I'm
see
suggesting
to
there's
that.
going to be balance
Fine.
rolls for both of you.
Okay.
All right. I think we'll do this with for you, Lord. I think it's going to be presence plus driving, which you've got to have the poise and keep control of the vehicle as you do it whilst he gets on. And then for you, Xerxes, you're going to have to beat the excess or sub-excess that Lord comes up with.
I made up a 7.
Okay, so you get a +7 on this roll, Xerxes, for some amazing reason. And I want you to roll
wrong. 6. Sorry.
6. Okay. Reflexes plus driving, because you've got to do the agile thing. But you've got a 6 bonus, so that makes it pretty easy.
Hell
I've got
yes.
a presence of 9 and a drive of 7. I'm doing all right.
I still failed by 2, though, didn't I?
Oh,
Well, even with the bonus.
Yeah. I got a fucking 18 on my dice roll.
Okay. So, Xerxes goes too far, disappears under the moped, gets run over, and then gets hit by a car. Then Ed 209 emerges and fires.
Oh,
I told you I was going to get chafed.
So, Lord is recovering control of the moped. So the only person who can really do anything about this is Augustus. Now, Augustus, you know Xerxes has just taken a hit. The only way, from the position you're in, that you can protect him is to position yourself in front of the potential mortar fire.
okay. I will swing back around and try and draw the fire then.
Okay, so you're going to position yourself between Ed 209 and Xerxes so that you take the hit, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Xerxes, the damage you take is 7, and you lucky get Augustus 1 point of damage.
Oh, that is lucky.
However, it was very noble of you.
Okay.
So what you need to get these rank points back, by the way, is a commendation from somebody with a law enforcement license.
Okay. Recommendation.
Hmm.
Yeah. Yeah,
Oh.
you're going to need 2 civilian commendations with supporting evidence.
Go and save a cat from up a tree.
The little camera box spins round. It's captured that moment as Augustus takes the shell shot and, I don't know, punches it out the way because he didn't take much damage, but put himself in between the line of fire, and then it follows in on Xerxes' bleeding arm as he gets himself up, having been struck by multiple vehicles.
Why do I always end up doing crazy shit in front of a camera?
Right, that was just
kind of
one of those
clamber up.
sentences. That was just a mic drop sentence right
I know.
there. It was so open to interpretation.
That's the point.
But you realise, yes, we're going to go to a break on that moment. Back in 5.
Okay.
Back in 5.
And I'm back, so let's do a stinger. But hell yeah. Just me back though.
And I just
Boom.
I just want to say there was a wonderful comment by Lord Morbius about an innocent bystander wasn't actually so innocent. They'd actually cheated on a third grade math test. Yeah. Yeah. We hadn't counted on that one, Lord Morbius.
Serves him right then. He obviously had it coming.
Yeah. Once everything had been totaled and taken into account.
Babe, I think we've got a new fanboy. Sorry, Lord Morbius.
We have?
Andrew Allen has liked 1 million things on our Facebook page.
Yeah?
So hello, Andrew Allen, and thank you so much. Please shout out.
Hello, Andrew Allen. If you're really into Parageeks, why not head over to Parageeks Channel 1, if you see that now, where there's this wonderful thing called the Fruit Bowls that you can join and get access to early Com+1 stuff. Yes, you've got
He
early
has
access to
some
some Com+1 stuff.
Really cool terrain. He's got floating obelisks and stuff.
You shit me.
No, I've just noticed it. Like, and there's floating islands as well, and
Is it better than my stuff?
it's pretty.
Yes. Do I need to make new stuff?
I would certainly suggest taking inspiration, especially from the floating islands. And there's like lava underneath it, and it's so cool.
I have wanted to do
It's
floating
rather
stuff
impressive,
for a while.
actually. I'm just looking at it now. It's yeah.
How come you guys are so quick? I'm still on my way.
Well, like all the notifications, surely.
Let's have a look, see. Yeah, I wanted to do something like that before, actually, with the floating island stuff. I'm just looking at his other stuff now. I'm just going back for his wall now. It's just public stuff. We're not internet snooping live on air, no.
The like the mushroom tree thing's quite cool.
Yeah. There's some good stuff there. Andrew. Yay. Liking it a lot, mate.
Okay, right. Back to wax stuff. So I just had a friend request in from somebody I don't know, Matt Vogue. Jesus Christ, man! How many consonants do you need to put in one place? That's a syllable. What were your parents thinking? I can't say that.
Okay, as he rescinds his friend's request.
I don't know the person. Who is this person? I have no idea. I don't recognize his profile picture. Right. Where were we? Ah, yes. We just had a moment of Augustus being heroic.
Yes.
The little camera zooms in on Xerxes as he gets up and dusts himself off. Meanwhile, Ed 209 jettisons a spent mortar cartridge.
If I'm nearby
does he
to be
just-
heard,
Street.
if I'm nearby to be heard now that I've got control of the bike again, I will simply shout over, "Don't lay about, get in the bloody moped, move! We've
Yeah,
got
alright.
a wallaby to wallop."
Yep. Okay. Cool. I turn back towards the camera because I'm Xerxes and say I'm gonna have to do this bit a little bit less epically. Sorry, I think I've broken a rib.
And tea to have.
Don't forget the tea.
Yes, the tea.
You get on to the moped. Are you riding or is Lord in control of the handlebars?
Guess I'm driving. As you requested.
Okay. As you drive off down the street and Ed 209 starts stomping after you, knocking out little tuk-tuks out of its way, you pass a vid screen shop, or hollow vid screen shop, and you actually see yourselves on the screens driving past, and it's got your 3 pictures at the bottom and little bars underneath all of you. Would you like to study it long enough to know who's got the biggest bar?
No, I'm quite confident in the size of my bar.
Well, hold on. You know, Augustus just helped save me from the rubble. That's doing a good deed, isn't it?
Yeah, go on. We'll stop. I'll stop and slow down long enough just to have a peer at it. And
Yeah, your bar's way bigger than everyone else's.
oh, excellent!
Just as well I don't have bar envy.
So Xerxes is currently barely got anything on this bar. Whatever this bar's representing, you're not sure. Lord's got a little bit, and Augustus has a huge bar next to his profile picture. And you're actually watching yourselves on these screens as the camera sort of spins round to look at you watching yourselves.
Oh,
And then it spins round to look at Ed 209 as a school bus is turned over.
okay, good. It was getting really, really trippy. Right, let's keep going.
Let's go.
Okay,
Go, 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 funky moped.
you ride off down through the streets of Calcutta as you work your way towards the kangaroo. With Ed 209 in hot pursuit, there's occasional mortar fire landing somewhere near you and killing many innocent civilians. As you get close to the kangaroo, you pass another HoloVid store and you see the screens. And you notice that there's a view count that you're sure was higher before and has dropped substantially.
Oh, we're not being exciting enough.
And your bars have got even smaller. And a presenter comes on screen and the text comes up, should we cancel? There's a yes, no vote.
No, no, don't fucking cancel.
I turn to the I turn to the camera and say, keep watching, folks. It's about to get big.
Yes, our amazing star Augustus will do another deed. Hey, there was a bus actually that just overturned. Why don't you go back and save all the children in there?
Well, I don't rather enjoying these mopeds. They're awful fun, aren't they?
Yeah, but look, if you get enough views...
Screen cuts to the burnt, charred bodies of school children in a school bus.
Right.
If you get enough views, you'll get your rank points back.
Oh, that's a very good point. Yes, we'll have to maybe save the next school bus.
No, this one.
But no,
Yeah, there's video footage of their burnt, charred, deceased bodies.
they're already gone.
Fine, well, it's your choice.
To vote yes, dial 0898 to some number. To vote no, dial 0898 some number.
Come on, let's get to this
Schools may
kangaroo.
be charged at 20 minutes a minute.
I kind of look at the camera and think, do we wait until the votes come in? Because that's not very
Cuts
helpful.
back to the live footage. Your votes are being counted. Vote now. The little ticker bar along the bottom.
What's the robot doing now?
It emerges onto the same street you're on, pushing a limousine out of the way.
Come on, guys. Let's give these people their money's worth. Come on.
And you are getting tea for this.
Oh, yes.
Tea.
Ah, that reminds me. At that moment, a helicopter comes flying into view over the rooftops. It has underneath it a rope, and beneath that, a crate, and it clearly says on the sides, Dashwood's Original.
Oh,
Oh, that helicopter.
That came more probably than I expected.
209, loads shell.
Right, I'm
takes
heading
aim.
towards the T. The moped T.
Okay. Do the rest of you follow?
Follow the helicopter. Yes, we need the tea for the Queen.
I guess so. We don't
Okay.
want that mortar going anywhere near that crate.
You start driving towards the helicopter as Ed 209 takes aim on you. The helicopter is coming down to drop its crate to street level. Ed 209 has loaded its shot and is calculating its trajectories. It's working out its probabilities of hitting wherever it aims. 23%, 48%, 2%, 68%. You arrive at the crate of tea. I think that this moment we should roll it. So I said 68%, yeah? Red is the tens die. And if it hits, this is hitting all of you and the tea. Well, if it misses, you're fine. Just some innocent bystanders. Oh, you lucky sods, 91.
Nice to see Dice coming back as well.
Jason has my dice cam now. He uses it as his main cam, so I'm down to 1. So, a mortar shell fires, it arcs over, and it lands into a school playground full of children at the time. Their dismembered bodies fly past you, but the crate of tea is fine.
Okay.
And verily it was written that Dashwoods did love us so that they sent their only begotten tea to save us.
But how do we get it from here to the Taj Mahal?
Yeah, this crate's too big for your mopeds.
Why did it detach? Why couldn't it just lower? Fuck's sake.
Ed 209 ejects a spent cartridge and begins the loading process for another one.
Bollocks.
We're going to have to salvage some of it.
Yeah.
Is there any way we can stop this Ed 209 at all? What do we have?
We need it, though. We need it for the kangaroo.
We do.
It's to destroy the tea before we get there.
Oh, the dilemma! and then I turn in and go, if you want to vote for this, dial this number.
Just think of the tea.
Listen, guys, save the tea.
Okay,
Get
we
it.
can always plan.
Save the tea. I go running at Ed 209.
At that moment, a flatbed truck comes driving up the other way of the street toward you and then ultimately toward Ed 209. So it's coming from the other way. And it's a flatbed truck. Big enough, incidentally, the crate of tea. Lord is mopeding it towards Ed 209 with Xerxes actually in control of the bike. So I'm not sure if you can. Does Xerxes allow this? Or does he get off the bike? Or are you getting off the bike, Lord?
I'm off the bike. I'm bombing up there.
Okay.
You're running. Okay, so the camera is currently focused on you. As you run towards Ed 209. Ed 209 says, please remain at least 30 meters away whilst you are terminated. Engage in close support weapons.
Okay.
Let's start putting its mortar away.
As that's happening,
stop far enough away that it can't immediately attack me with those bloody buzzsaws.
It takes a while to change weapons.
But not enough. But not, without re-engaging its mortars.
Yes. PC safe distance, well aware of the concept, 28 meters. Right.
I want to find a sweet spot.
Yeah. Keep it stalled, and I'm more concerned at this stage of salvaging the tea and making sure there's as much as possible. Are we able to lift this crate, or is it more going to be having to Actually,
Two
like,
of you can just about do it, but your opportunity for this flatbed truck is about to pass if you don't stop that vehicle.
oh yeah,
if you
fuck,
want
I
it.
forgot.
Yeah, stop. I'll run in front of it with the moped and brake.
Okay, the flatbed truck toots its horn but doesn't slow down. Then it realizes that it's too fucking late. You can either accelerate out the way, or you can brace yourself and force it to eventually stop. But you'll take some
I'll
damage.
do that. I will try and make it stop.
Okay, as this thing runs you over, the moped disappears underneath the lorry. You hang on to the windscreen wipers, buckling them as you do so. The driver, with a very surprised look on his face, starts pressing his brake. And I did say brake, not brakes. Slowly begins to decelerate. Your moped bounces up from behind it and crashes into the road. The camera, incidentally, has missed all of this as it's focused on Lord. However, you do come into shot between the camera and Lord, braced to the front of this flatbed truck as it continues to decelerate down the street.
Do I see this?
Yes. You see
Right,
it as it comes
I sort of
past
look
you.
at the camera and say, check that guy out. Look at him heroically stopping a truck single-handed.
The camera is actually flying up to pan out and capture both scenes.
I'm just standing there in the background going,
The truck continues on. The driver, completely unable to see, starts steering blindly because he knows there's a turn in the road here somewhere, and turns it into a shop. It's a Holovid shop, interestingly enough, and you get pinned as the vehicle comes eventually to a halt between a truck, a windscreen wiper, a former shop frontage, and a Holovid that has now got a still image of your very surprised face.
Okay.
get that truck back here.
I say, old chap, would you mind awfully reversing up a tad?
As the truck reverses, you become aware that you have lost another 3 hit points.
Oh, I collapse onto the floor and pass out then.
Oh, fuck.
Well, you don't pass out. I'm going to keep you conscious and communicable that you're in a severe amount of pain, with bones not in the right place, possibly being visible on the outside.
I'll be hobbling a bit then. Oh.
Yeah, you're not going to be able to do any actions, but I don't want to take you out the scene because I know you're out of med pack. So, Lord, Ed 209 has engaged its circular saws. It has 19 of them left, and it starts stepping towards you.
I move back at a similar rate, so I'm still at that.
It starts accelerating.
I
Bear
try
in
to
mind-
accelerate as well.
Are you running backwards, or are you going to turn around and run? Bear in mind, in the road behind you, in the middle of the road, is a crate of Dashwood's Original.
That's a very good point.
I have to save the tea. I'm going to have to circle round them.
In the limited confines of a
Yes,
Mumbai street.
I'm aware. I'm aware of the physical limitations, but I'm going to do my best.
Okay. As you get to circle around, at some point you're just going to be very close, and Ed 209 is going to attack you.
Bollocks.
Doing
Okay.
it-
I take.
Sorry, you're trying to say.
I take it that was very, 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 very hurtful.
Your arm takes a severing blow from a bank of circular saws.
It'll grow back in 3 weeks. It's fine.
Worse,
Right,
is this suit is fucked.
I
You got no hit points.
Yeah,
Not even critted and hit.
am I still conscious, or are you knocking me to
You've
the floor
got-
for that one?
You've got about 10 seconds of consciousness before the blood loss gets you.
Yeah,
I would say.
I can't resist, given that it's Ed 209, to actually turn to my compatriots and say, could somebody give me a hand? Before I fall
Subject
unconscious.
terminated. Ed 209 turns back towards Xerxes and the box of tea and begins engaging its mortar weaponry.
So basically, I have to defeat the robot, save the tea, and my compatriots, and get everyone to Taj Mahal single-handedly.
In the Holovid shop behind the struggling Augustus. And we're live, Bev! You voted for it. We're keeping the show. So, I guess we better send these hopeless agents a little bit of help.
Homeless! We're well-travelled.
Okay, the helicopter tosses something down that lands on the road near Xerxes. It is a toilet plunger.
What?
Help.
A toilet plunger.
Yeah. Ed 209, you now see, has a sensor bank in front that's quite small.
So I'm going to block its vision with a toilet plunger.
You realize, of course, what you need to do now is when you hit it right in its visual cortex, is to say exterminate, because you're going to look like a Dalek shoving its.
Okay, I'm gonna try and aim with my guns for now, since I have the opportunity at its sensor thing.
Okay. You do so. It is loading up a mortar shell. Just stood by the tea.
Yeah, I know. So I fire.
Okay, make your dice rolls.
Are you just looking for crits?
Yep. It's a boss.
It's a bastard.
These dice are a bastard. Oh yeah, 2, and then I got a 6. No crits.
Okay. You do, however, hit the sensor array repeatedly and all of your bullets bounce off.
Okay.
It's a complete and utter trucker, is what it is.
Yeah. Okay, oh, fucking hell. I try and lure it around so it's facing away from the T, and then I make a dive for the truck.
Okay, so you start running up the road. It is on one side of the road, having just leveled Lord into a building.
Mm-hmm.
And you start running up the other side to come around to the same side where the truck is.
Yep.
With this rather surprised driver who's now backed off and given Augustus a little bit of breathing space. With his surprised face still embedded onto this broken holovid screen. And the truck driver gets out and he starts writing down his insurance details.
Yeah, do that later. Get my other friend to safety.
Okay, so yeah, and then you emerge around. And meanwhile, as you're approaching the scene, Ed 209 is going to get a shot on you with his mortar. Have you taken the toilet plunger with you?
Yes, I would have done. I didn't realize it was really
Okay.
close to me. I thought I had to go round and get it.
No, it landed reasonably close to you.
Okay. then yes, definitely.
Okay. It does get a shot on you as you execute this maneuver, though, and it kind of hits, doing 6 damage.
Okay.
There's a lot of glass around in this street now because it didn't really hit. It's just a big explosive weapon. Please remain still to improve my accuracy probability.
Yeah, so I head towards the truck.
Okay, so you head towards the truck. Ed 209 discharges its spent mortar shell. You get there. The driver has written all his details out and he's trying to hand it to Augustus. Augustus, what are you doing?
I will try and climb up into the truck seat. I'll take the paper from him, but I'll sort of like take it and just drop it behind me and climb up into the truck.
What? You want me to run you to the hospital?
No worries, old chap. I can do that if you just like to stand back.
Not in my truck. No, this is my truck. You taking my truck? You stealing from me?
No, not stealing. No, definitely not stealing.
Then get out of my truck.
You've got it entirely
You're
wrong.
right,
He says it's
Xerxes.
set up.
You arrive, Xerxes.
I hear all this bickering going on and say, he's not stealing it, but I'm fucking stealing it. I don't have to worry about my morals. Now go away.
And he backs away because he's now outnumbered very suddenly. Ed 209, meanwhile, has loaded a fresh shell into its mortars. It's still facing the wrong way at the moment, though, as it reloads.
Get this truck started and moving.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay,
You're
so we
finding
get
it difficult, though, so you move over and let Xerxes drive. You could sort of act. Meanwhile, Lord is lying in the road with his arm off.
Right, how far away is he? Is he in hovering distance?
He is at the feet of Ed 209. Ed 209 starts rotating to face the truck.
Oh, get the truck moving.
Yeah, moving it.
Which way?
If we're talking sort of clock.
No, I mean
faces
towards Ed 209 and the T the other side of him, or away.
well, towards.
Okay. With the current orientation of the truck, that would be in reverse. Do you want to turn around first and then drive towards Ed 209? Or do you want to
I'm gonna reverse into a handbrake turn.
Oh, a J turn.
Yeah.
You're going to try and do a J turn in a vehicle with no brakes.
Yep.
Or one brake.
Yep.
So you're putting a lot of faith in this handbrake, aren't you?
Yep.
Okay. Whilst you do a drive roll, I will do a random chance to see if this handbrake works.
Okay, what's the thing that goes with the drive?
It's going to be reflexes to
Okay.
get the perfect J turn, right? Now, irrespective of whether you succeed or not, if the handbrake don't work, it's going to go disastrously wrong.
Okay.
And what's your result?
I made it by 3.
Okay, you start reversing, you get the speed bang on. You flick the wheel, you pull the handbrake, you're holding the lever, it's not connected to anything, it was just resting in place. The truck starts turning in reverse. You built up too much speed and it's a bit unstable. It rolls over onto Lord, landing on its side directly in front of Ed 209. Who then fires a mortar shell and it bounces harmlessly off the cab, too close to explode. Engaging close support weapons.
Okay. I'm gonna climb out of the truck. Climb up, I suppose, the bottom of it or whichever side space. an attempt to actually climb onto this thing with the plunger.
Okay. Yeah, you do so. Please stand by whilst engaging. Please switch back on the lights. Please switch back on the lights. Please switch back on the lights. Please switch back on the lights.
The lights are on.
Don't confuse it. It's fine as it is.
And that's the end of our show, folks. What an amazing show as our heroic homeless agents have just saved the city of Calcutta from a mighty, evil, rampaging robot, psychopathic tendencies and everything. What heroes they are! Should we elevate this Asian back up to a normal rank of a citizen? Hell yes, why don't we do just that? We have the power here on this show. We'll do it now. He's now a citizen again. He is no longer a homeless, dispossessed person. However, we do have some Asians there without arms. Have they earned enough to be stitched back up by a dog wagon team? Make your vote now. Dial 0898 and we will send in the dog wagon team. Or if you think we should just send in the Mallet Branch for shits and giggles, dial 0898 now.
While he's announcing this, I'm going to be sort of squirting ice on the stump.
What the truck?
Don't think you'll pass out.
Should we leave it there, or would you like to do a little more tonight?
Well, I was going to say we still have the tea to recover.
Yeah, we haven't got the tea yet. We've got the truck moving, but we haven't got the tea.
No, the truck's on its side and it's on top of Lord.
Oh, of course it is.
So
Yes.
we need to pull it off.
Find out how the audience votes next week. And in fact, why not put your vote in the comments? And whatever you vote for is what happens. So I don't know if anyone's going to view this or not. I mean, we've had, according to the statistics, we have had, oh, come on, refresh the page. Come on. You can do it. We have had Lord Morbius plus one other at some point during this stream. So if anybody does happen to get this far in the video, make your vote by writing either Mallet Branch, which will screw them over, or Dog Wagon, which will save their bacon. So Dog Wagon or Mallet Branch, write it as a comment. And if there's any votes next week when we come back to play, that's what'll happen. Of course, I'm well aware that the players themselves could vote.
The man with one arm gives one thumb up to the Dog Wagon idea.
Let me just say now, I am okay with the players voting, but if they do, they will have to pay for that vote because it's an 0898. So I will accept the vote, but there will be a cost.
018999911197253.
Oh, no.
It says I vote send both.
Send both.
So, if you've been watching, and few of you have, but if you've joined Lord Morbius as a viewer on this channel, thank you. I hope you've enjoyed it. And I think we should just go out with one final little tiny incy-wincy graphic. Thank you. Goodbye from all of us. Bye.
Bye.